Yasin, the next question is for you, and we all are lawyers, and you're coming from different backgrounds, so it's good for me to hear what you're thinking about the RegTech and something. Your company, ArcSigner, operates across multiple industries, as I know. Which sectors currently have the most pressing need for RegTech solution? When we're looking ahead to the next 5 or 10 years, which new industries are expected to adopt RegTech solutions and digital transformations as well? What are the key drivers behind this anticipated shift? Just a combined question for you.
Actually, when we talk about RegTech, it's a multidisciplinary field. That's something that we have to highlight. For example, if we'd like to build a successful RegTech company, first we have to have a good and in-depth knowledge about the regulation itself, and also its impact on the industry that's going to be using or based on that regulation, and also the technology, available technology, and how that technology will also shape the industry when you put it into action. This is something very interesting, especially I see that in the KYC part. I used to work as a consultant in Netherlands for 6 years. So in Netherlands, we were working on public policy making. So when we try to introduce a new regulation, we were always trying to foresee what its impact would be for the coming 20 years. So that's something crucial when you talk about the RegTech, and especially multiple industries trying to implement different regulations. So when we try to build that bridge between the regulation and the innovation and the technology in between, we have to try to foresee its impact on the industry and also the players, important actors in that industry, and also the technology companies and how they will cooperate and interoperate between each other, and also how it will impact the customers in the end so that they will not be vulnerable when an actor just disappears from that market. That's something important because, especially as I said, in the KYC industry, on digital boarding, we collect many information about the individuals based on their ID cards, passports, from their NFC or while doing selfie. And I wonder what will happen if all of a sudden that vendor goes out of business and that bank has to continue with another vendor, and how they will try to integrate all the existing data from the first vendor to the coming vendor. So these are the things that we have to foresee, especially when we are working on the public decision making and regulations point of view. So what we do on our side, well, we work with different industries, not only finance or cryptocurrencies, but also in healthcare, in electronic communication, in logistics, from different industries. And as you said, there are different regulations, and not all of them are the same when it comes to, for example, digital onboarding. For example, in electronic communication sector, the branch offices still has importance, so they would like to have a very stable and secure digital onboarding solution where the branch office will use devices, separate devices for ID verification. But when we talk about the fintechs, for example, where we are trying to be completely branchless, so all digital, no branch offices, then you try to do everything with the available technology that you have with your mobile phones. So in that sense, the regulation has differences based on the industries. What we try to do has actually, we've got 2 points. So we say it has to have a flexible architecture. So the technology should not be rigid, should not impose you just special technology or technological elements. So based on the industry that you're working in, you can easily select the technological components that you would like to use. So it has to be, on the one hand, flexible, and on the other hand, it should provide the components that you need to fulfill the regulations in that industry. We definitely have variations in different industries for regulations.
Okay, thank you. Yasin, this question is for you. Your companies managed to comply with various regulations through a single product suite.
Yes.
As far as I know. How do you integrate these regulations effectively? Because your company is not only operating in Turkey, but some other countries as well.
As I said that it's a multidisciplinary approach. What we see, I mean, there's a regulation, and we've got an institute who'd like to implement that regulation. There are different separate roles which has to have a good understanding of that regulation and how it's implemented in the technology itself, and also how it's translated to the operations, right? What we see is that most of the time, the essence expressed in the regulation is not transferred totally to the technology part. So, I mean, the technology guys, they just say that, okay, there's an analysis team, they will provide us the things that we have to do, so we'll just code them. But that's not actually what we expect as a result. So that institute expects to earn money, acquire more customers, provide more services, as a result has more returns, that's what they expect, while they comply with the boundaries of the regulation itself. So we always see that loss in translation. What we try to do, well, they actually said that, okay, this is something like low-code, no-code approach. What we try to do is actually, not from a technology point of view, we try to eliminate the impact of the technology guys on the success of that fintech organization's regulation compliance by making everything transparent and clear to the compliance teams, the business teams, and also the regulators, so that they can basically say that, okay, I would like to do a digital onboarding. For that purpose, I will use these channels. What are those channels? The mobile channel or the web channel. And on the mobile channel, I will use this ID card as ID verification. And for the ID verification, I will look at these security elements which are existing, and their weights, according to me, should be around this way. And I will be also supporting different personas too, so I might be trying to implement a KYC process in Turkey and another KYC process in Azerbaijan, for example, or in Austria. So the same profile with different KYC profiles easily implementable, and you would not be at the mercy of the technology guys implementing it, because we try to do it all in a closed box, as I said, in a low-code, no-code profile. So it's just the compliance teams would, I would say, understand it and implement it and see it running and seeing its impacts, and also trying to adjust some parameters so that they can improve the whole lossless customer acquisition process.
Yeah. It's really difficult, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
I might add something.
Yeah, please.
Yes. In addition, we will see the emergence of digital identity. So instead of carrying our ID cards, passports, they will be installed on the phones, so on your mobile devices. So in a short time, I mean, in Europe, in Asia, and in some African countries, they already started using their digital wallets containing their digital IDs or digital passports for traveling or for KYC purposes. We will see its use. And also, I believe maybe including to cryptocurrencies, maybe we can say digital currencies, because I see that we've got some members from digital currencies, so I believe that we will see its implementation too in a short while, I hope.
Thank you so much.